All right, here is our warm-up, one of our warm-ups, and we call this circle of strings. And the focus here is really just on the bowing. We're not using the left hand at all, except to support the violin, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to bow through each of the strings with a whole note. So we'll start with the G string, and that will be a down bow for 4 beats, an up bow for 4 beats. Then we switch to the D string, down bow for 4 beats, up bow for 4 beats. Same thing on the A string, same thing on the E string, back to the A string, D string, and then finish with the G string, okay? So essentially, we're moving through the strings like this: G, D, A, E, A, D, G. Okay, so we go from this side to the back. All right, so let's try with the track and then we'll add a few more things to it. Here we go. So here's our beat. 1, 2, 3, hold. Here's the D. Right, so I want to take a second to talk a little bit about what you should be focused on, or what I would suggest you focus on as you do this, and that is keeping the bow at 90-degree angles as you're strumming or as you're bowing to that movement. Okay, so from a distance here, you'll notice what I mean about 90-degree angles. The strings go this direction and the bow goes up. Okay, this here would be a 90-degree angle. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, think of it like this. Okay, this is the horizon, okay, like looking at land, and this is the building. All right, you can imagine that a building, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, if it was, for example, like this, you're in trouble. So you want to keep your building straight up and down. So how do you do that? Well, as we're bowing, we're in fact only using the joints or isolating the joints from our elbow and our wrist. Our shoulder is not moving around, okay? Our shoulder's in one position, but the joints that move are our elbow and our wrist. Most often, as people are learning how to bow, they don't use enough movement in the wrist. And this is what it'll look like as you bow through. Okay, and if you bow like this, you'll hear it. It doesn't sound great. So the trick is, as you move through the bow, especially as you get to the bottom of the movement, your wrist bends, okay? So that's what I would encourage you to do. Go back, try the circle of strings a few more times, and ask yourself, are you allowing your wrist to bend, and are you keeping the building straight up and down all the way through the movement, okay? So of course I'm asking you to bow from here. I was just demonstrating it from here.